New tonight, a look at the fire that started in Bronson and required the aid of multiple Siouxland fire departments. Details of the fire as News 4 at 10 begins right now. Good evening, I'm Gabriela Quinones. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 10. We begin tonight with breaking wildfire coverage here in Iowa and Nebraska. The wildfire broke out this afternoon in Woodbury County and quickly spread into parts of Plymouth County and led to Highway 20 being shut down in both directions near the towns of Bronson and Lawton. Highway 20 is now open to traffic, but the fire is still burning nearby. These pictures and videos were sent in by viewers who witnessed the fire and smoke covering the area this afternoon. This fire started a little around 3. One witness tells us they left at 4:15 because the area was getting too dangerous. Bronson Fire is on the scene along with Lawton, Sergeant Bluff, Sioux City, and Salix Fire Departments for additional assistance. KTIV's Kaylee Doms is live in Lawton where the fire first started. Kaylee?
Yeah, Gabriella, I've been on scene, as you mentioned, for the last couple of hours. I've had the opportunity to speak to multiple first responders. And this fire is very unique, Gabriella, because there was never actually a call for this fire. Bronson Fire Chief Devin Amick just happened to see the smoke outside and went to check it out, and that's when he called for backup.
With these dry conditions and the burn bans, and this is what we were hoping not to ever have, and it did. This is why we implore people to not burn. Evacuations
began around 5 p.m.
The fire department told us that we need to gather all of our belongings and get out as fast as we could. So I ran inside and hurried up and grabbed all the kids and the animals, and we got what we could and went out.
Around 3:15 on Saturday, Bronson Fire Chief Devin Amick noticed smoke outside and decided to check it out.
When Devin found the fire here, he quickly alerted multiple agencies for mutual aid.
Agencies from 3 states and 8 counties responded.
There'll be people here throughout the night and into tomorrow. We've got additional resources coming in because we're still going to have to monitor this all night. We'll work with law enforcement on that as well.
The fire started near Highway 20.
This fire has spread from south of 210th Street to north of Highway 20.
Officials now saying the fire is currently 90% contained.
Unfortunately, there have been multiple outbuildings that have burnt through here. No fatalities. We do have one injury that required an ambulance to attend to them.
A bridge and power lines were also lost in the fire. Fire officials are now concerned with burnt trees falling on roadways. Gabriella, at this point, Red Cross is on scene here to help families who have been displaced. As far as the cause of the fire, officials say they're nowhere close to even beginning that process. That's something they hope they can do tomorrow. I'll check back in with you guys here in the end of this half hour. For now, though, I'll send it back to you in studio. Gabriella.
KTIV's Kaylee Doms live with LiveLink 4. Thank you, and like she said, we will check in with you later in the newscast. As we mentioned, Highway 20 is reopened to traffic, but a cautionary note, the fire is still nearby and there are plenty of firefighting crews using that road tonight. The public is being asked to avoid all gravel roads in that area. The traffic is hindering first responders as they work to reach fire-affected areas. Another wildfire to tell you about tonight, this one west of Sioux City in Holt and Antelope counties, Nebraska. It broke out this afternoon along County Line Road northeast of Ewing and moved about 3 miles before firefighters say they were able to slow its progress. We're awaiting word from firefighters tonight on whether or not they've been able to get it out completely. Further west in Nebraska, hundreds of thousands of acres are burning tonight. Here are the latest numbers. The 2 newest fires, the Ashby and Minor fires in Grant County, have combined to burn more than 50,000 acres. The 2 largest fires, the Morrill and Cottonwood fires, have burnt nearly 800,000 acres. Both of those are now 100% contained. First Alert meteorologist Adrian Stamer joins us for First Weather. Adrian, what can you tell us about these conditions here tonight?
Well, the good news for us is those conditions sure have died down. I mean, it is cooler. The relative humidity is actually going up, so that's some good news there. And the winds are starting to die down across the area. I want to show you our Signal Hill camera now, looking a lot better than it did this afternoon, where we were seeing those fires across the area. And I wanted to show you this time lapse of that fire. You could see it really grew as we got into the afternoon hours. You could tell that wind was really a factor. It was pushing that fire, pushing that smoke, so really did make an impact there on that area. Now here's a look at temperatures across the region, sitting in the 40s here in far eastern Siouxland. Some of us still in the 50s like Sioux City and Lamar's, but as I was saying, our wind speeds are really starting to die down. You can definitely tell we're seeing winds maybe about 10 to 15 miles per hour across the region. Gusts, you can't even see them, so different situation. We were seeing gusts up to 50 miles per hour today. As I was saying, our relative humidity is actually increasing, so something to look forward to there. Usually it starts to increase even more as we get into the morning hours. Unfortunately, it will start to get a little dry again as we head into the afternoon. Our winds are going to die down. We're going to ramp right back up again, though, as we head into tomorrow. We do see the elevated fire danger yet again. I'll talk more about that coming up here soon.
Thanks, Adrian. While that wildfire danger has the entire state of Nebraska under a burn ban, which was imposed by Governor Jim Pillen's office, burn bans are also in place in some Iowa and South Dakota counties. The Iowa State Fire Marshal's office shows 3 northwest Iowa counties are currently under burn bans, including Crawford, Plymouth, and Woodbury. In South Dakota, only Union County in our area is currently under a burn ban. And remember, you can track these fires on your computer and on your mobile device. You can also learn more about how you can help victims of the western Nebraska wildfires. Just click on the Nebraska Wildfires link at the top of our webpage, KTIV.com, or on the News 4 Now app.